Hi, first graders. Hi, it's Mrs. Walters here, coming from the art room at Anchor Elementary. Okay, our first big drawing project this year is one that I love to do every year with our first graders. I want to introduce to you a famous artist and show you his art and what made him famous. And we are inspired by this artist to create a drawing that we're going to start today. We're going to do part 1 today. Part 2 is your next art class, okay? All right, the artist I want to introduce to you today, his name is Henri Rousseau. So Henri Rousseau was an artist from France, and he was born a long time ago, boys and girls. He was born, 176 years ago. In 1844, like I said, Henri Rousseau was born in France, and he was a self-taught artist. A lot of the artists that we talk about in art class, those artists ended up going to art schools. So they learned how to paint and draw by instructors. Well, Henri Rousseau was a self-taught artist. He did not go to formal art school training. He just loved to paint and to draw. And he didn't even start doing that until he was about 40 years old. So here's a self-portrait of Henri Rousseau. We can tell he's a painter with his beret, with his hat, with his painter's palette, and with his brush right over here, okay? So let me show you what Henri Rousseau was famous for. Henri Rousseau was famous for painting jungle scenes. Okay, and he never visited the jungle, but he really wanted to. He loved the idea of going to the jungle and seeing those tall trees, plants, flowers, the really tall grass, all the different greens that you would see, and all the different animals. Well, in order to get a good idea of what jungles looked like, Henri Rousseau would go visit his local botanical gardens. So a botanical garden is like a big, huge greenhouse, and it's in big cities. So Paris, France had one. And he would go there to the botanical gardens and sit and look at different types of tropical plants and trees and flowers. And that helped him with his jungle scenes. Okay, in this jungle scene, you can see a couple monkeys. Okay, one's hanging from the branch. This one's grabbing onto him. We've got a monkey over here. Looks like he's watching them, possibly eating an orange. And look at, there's some arms right down here. Maybe they're trying to catch the oranges that are falling off the trees. And if you look real close, there's an owl hiding up in the tree, okay? So that's one of his famous jungle paintings. Here's another one. Got some brighter greens in here, some bright yellow, the sun in the sky. And when we look really close in this jungle scene, we can see not tigers, but 2 lions. Okay, in the tall, tall grass there. So cool. I went ahead and found a close-up of some other lions that he had hiding in his jungle plants and grass and his jungle scene. Okay, and then he didn't draw just monkeys and lions, but he also did tigers. Look at all the different colors in this scene, and look at that tiger and his sharp teeth. Okay. All right, boys and girls, so for this drawing lesson today, we're inspired by Henri Rousseau's jungles and these animals, and you will eventually create this lion in a jungle, okay? But part 1 today, we are only going to draw the lion, okay? A boy lion or a girl lion, or you could draw a tiger, but that's all we're going to draw today is the one animal. Next time we'll work on the jungle scene. So let me show you some examples. We've got the male lion here. I'm going to show you how to draw this today. You do not have to draw the mane. You could draw the girl lion. Here we go. You can add a crown for the queen of the jungle or the king of the jungle. Okay, but again, you don't have to draw the crown. If you choose not to draw the lion, okay, we'll get this far, and then you can add the stripes for a tiger. Okay. So right now you will need to get a piece of paper and a pencil, and we'll get started. Also, boys and girls, if you have an eraser, that's always helpful. I'm going to put these pictures up here so that they're there for you to see while we are drawing. We'll have an end product like this with color. All right, you will end up coloring in your lion or your tiger. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get our pencil, and we're going to start with the lion's eyes, okay? They're going to look like 2 football shapes. Please do not draw them way up at the top corner of your paper. You are going to be on the left-hand side. So we're not going to draw them over here on the right. They will be on the left, not too far up, kind of in the middle of your paper. Okay, boys and girls, over here on the left. So let's see. We're going to draw 2 curved lines. 1, 2. That's for the tops of your lion's eyes. Okay, let's then do curves underneath. 1, 2. They kind of look like football shapes or lemons, something like that, okay? And then inside, we're going to draw a circle in each one. Circle or an oval, however it turns out. Okay, nice big eyes. All right, next step would be the lion's nose. Okay, and then what we're going to do, I'm going to bring this a little bit closer, see that a little bit better. We are going to draw a triangle. And the triangle, the point will be pointing up in between the 2 eyes, okay? The point is pointing right up like this. My second triangle, the point is going down. So we're sharing this line right here, and pretty much it's just like a letter V right there. So you've got and now it looks kind of like a diamond. You've got triangle pointing up and a triangle pointing down. Okay, we're going to draw the lion's mouth. So right here, next to the lower triangle, we're going to do a curved line, kind of resembling a circle, but it starts here and it ends here. We're going to do the same thing on this side. If at any time you need to pause your video and stop, go ahead and do that, boys and girls, and just stop if you need to erase anything and correct anything. So then we're going to finish up the mouth with this curved line right there. Okay. It doesn't look like a lion's face yet, but it will pretty soon. All right, next step is we are going to draw the lion's head. It comes up and around the eyes and on the other side. So go ahead and put your pencil right here on the side of the lion's mouth. We're going to draw this curved line up and around and then back down, and it meets over here. Okay? So make sure everybody can do that. Again, pause the video if you need to. Okay? So let's add our lion's ears. Got our lion's ears, and then we will add the mane. Now, if you don't want to add the mane, just wait until I'm ready to draw the legs. But those of you that want to add the mane, start right down here, and I'm just going to draw this wavy line that goes up and around my lion's head. Comes right back down there. There's my lion's mane. Okay, next up, if you want to add a crown, you can do that, or you don't have to. All right, we're going to draw the lion's big, strong front legs. We don't want them too long and skinny. They need to be nice and big and strong. So I'm going to draw a line down like this, starting in the middle, and then another line right here. That's one front leg. Okay, see how it's nice and thick? It's not too skinny. I'm going to do the same thing right here. Line here, and I'm going to come over here and draw this line down like that. They should stop at the same point. Sometimes one gets a little bit longer than the other. There we go. Okay, we're almost done with our lion. Now we just need to draw his body and his tail. So right here at about the middle of the mane right here, I am going to draw a line. I'm not going to take it all the way to the edge of the paper. His back would be way too long. So I'm going to bring this line out about here and come down like this. Okay, boys and girls? And also this line is going to stop at the same point as those front legs. You don't want the back legs to be down here when the front legs are up here. Okay, next step is to do the stomach. I'm going to start over here by the legs. Come over here like this. I'm going to go down like that. And let's see if this looks like it's meeting at the same point. I think so. Okay, and then our second back leg, we just see part of it. We're just going to go like that. Okay, so now I've got my lion's body. See, and I'm going to just go like that. Our lion's body and the legs. Okay, let's do our paws and our claws. So we're going to do paws, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and another 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, because that's the leg in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then sharp claws. Those straight lines. Okay, so I've got my lion's paws and claws. Last thing to do is his tail. Okay, so I'm going to do a curve line up like this. If you want your tail down, that's fine. I'm going to follow along with that curved line like that. And then I want to add just a little fluff of fur. Okay, at the tip of his tail. All right, at the tip of his tail right there. So, boys and girls, what I'd like you to do now is, if you have a black marker for outlining, or you can use a black crayon, go ahead and outline your lion, okay, or your tiger, and then add color. So you can add yellow for the face and the body and the legs and the tail. You could do brown for the mane and for the tip of the tail and the paws. You just don't want to use all yellow for the mane and the body. So let's look at this finished example. You can see that the mane is kind of a reddish brown. The mouth is brown. The nose is black. The eyes are blue. And then I used that same color for the mane. I used for the paws. And then I had a little bit of yellow in that brown and for the tail. Okay? Now, if you want your mane to be like orange, you could do orange instead of this reddish brownish color, okay? Or it could be this color brown right back here. All right? Your eyes can be brown, they can be green, blue. The lion's eyes can be whatever color you'd like them to be. Okay, so today, like I said, all we're doing is the animal, and we're outlining, and we're coloring. Take your time to color. Then the next art class, we will talk about our jungle scene. Okay, everybody? All right, have fun. I can't wait to see these. All right, bye, guys.